Yeah, I haven't had a chance to speak to our trainers. I think he just got a knee in the thigh. I think should be all right.
36 for Derrick White tonight. Obviously, did a lot of his damage inside. Just what gave you guys issues stopping him tonight?
Exactly that. We couldn't stop them. I mean, they have 62 points in their paint. We gave up 16 blow-bys, just one-on-one containment, not game plan, nothing. It was just the ability to guard one-on-one, or the lack of the ability to guard one-on-one. He was impressive from Jump Street. He attacked. He got wherever he wanted. He finished. He was into us defensively. That was a hell of a performance for a young player.
Well, Coach, when you saw you guys shooting 50% on both of your field goals and three-point shots, how pleased are you with you guys shooting tonight?
Great. We shot it great. We got our ass kicked, because we couldn't guard anybody. You can't go on the road and give up 62 in the paint. You can't go on the road and give up 22 points off turnovers, and you can't get dominated on the glass and give up 18 points on second chance. So if you give up 40 points on turnovers and second chance points, it's going to make for a long night. The score is not indicative of the game. It was a 20-point game. So our bench unit was great. Our starters struggled, and we'll have to watch some film and try to figure it out for Game 4.
It was close going into the fourth quarter, then you guys seemed to unravel a little bit. How did you think you guys handled the hostile environment?
I think our bench did a good job, and our starters did a poor job. I mean, that was the MO of the whole game. Our bench unit saved us in the second quarter and the end of the first. Came out and played with some moxie, some toughness, some grit, and got us back into it. And unfortunately, our starters were never able to generate any kind of a flow. So when you have the plus minus that all of our 5 starters have, it's going to make it really hard to win games. But give the bench credit. But once again, to me, really simple. Regular season, we were one of the better rebounding teams in the NBA. We have not won the rebounding battle once in 3 games. We've got to take the fight to them. We have to hit first right now. 16 offensive rebounds, and they shot 49 from the field. So when they did miss, it seemed like they got every damn rebound. So they had a hit first mentality. We were counter punches tonight, and that can't happen.
This starting unit helped you win 54 games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to consider making a change there? And I'm obviously asking Malik to get more minutes.
Yeah, whether it's a lineup change or just getting guys into the game quicker, which is probably what I lean to right now. To your point, this group has helped us win 54 games, and if I have to get guys in the game earlier because they're playing at a higher level, I'll do so. Coaching's never personal. This is all about trying to find the best group that can go out there and help us win a game. And we got some guys struggling right now. And it's my job to help those guys who are struggling, but also to find the right unit and lineup that can hopefully help us win Game 4 and go home tied up.
Kind of along those lines, though, you had to go away from Will pretty early in the third quarter. Does that mess things up rotation-wise when you have to go away from a starter that early in the third quarter?
I got Will and Jamal out at the same time. They came out in that third quarter, and things were not going their way. Turnovers, poor defense. So I got Monte and Malik Beasley in the game, and they played well tonight, both of those guys. But now what you wind up doing is you stretch guys' minutes. Malik Beasley played 27 minutes tonight, and he played really well. He's playing well in this series. So, but we got young guys. If they're called upon to play extended minutes, I know they're capable of doing so.
Coach, that bench unit you mentioned made a run the first half and a run in the second half as well. What did you see just from that group of 5 guys during those 2 spurts that maybe you didn't see from the starters?
Monte goes out there and gives you 10 points, 7 assists, only 1 turnover. So they took care of the ball. They made shots, and they defended. It's a fairly simple game, right? You take care of it, you make shots, and you defend on the other end and rebound, you'll have a chance to play. I think the start of that second quarter was a 16-0 run. And it was Mason, Torrey, Malik, Jamal, and Monte. They played fantastic on both ends. But it was just inconsistent. I think at halftime they were shooting 44%. Second half they shot 55%, and third and fourth quarter combined. So The reason the bench was effective is because they took care of the ball a lot better than the starters did. They made more shots, and then they defended.
We all know you have a young group, and the NBA playoffs are a tough teacher. Tonight, was inexperience a factor or an excuse in you?
You know, I don't like to make excuses, as you guys know in Denver, but I also think it's a reality. I mean, when you're the 8th youngest playoff team in the history of the NBA, you know, that's real. You know, that's not something I'm conjuring up. That's the facts. And for this to be our first road game, you know, I mean, like, there's no doubt in my mind that Derrick White, the last couple of days, has been reminded about Jamal Murray's fourth quarter performance. Derrick White came out like he hadn't eaten in 2 days. He came out hungry. He came out pissed off, and he sent a very loud and clear message. Now, I'm anxious to see our guys, how do we respond to that? Where is your pride? You know, where's your toughness? Where's your grit? So Game 4 is going to be really like a great insight into who we are as a team, especially our young players, especially Jamal Murray. Great fourth quarter. We win the game in Game 2. Well, he's going to learn as a young kid, it can't be just one quarter. It's got to be every night if you want to be a really good basketball player, especially in the playoffs. And that's going to be part of his development and a part of his maturation, and I have to help him with that.
What is the number one thing Jamal needs to do to tilt that matchup more in his favor? Is it offensively scoring like he did in that fourth quarter? Is it keeping Derrick in front of him? What's the thing?
Yeah, it's defense. I mean, Derrick White dominated the game tonight. I mean, 36 points, a 15 of 21 from the field, and a large majority of those 36 coming in the paint. So I think Jamal, first and foremost, has to take a lot more pride in his ability to guard and contain and make Derrick White feel him. Derrick White did not feel us tonight. I mean, that's the thing that I take away without having watched the film, Adam. He did not feel us, they did not feel us, and we felt them for 48. Big difference. They were the more physical team, and that's why they kicked our butt.
Thank you.